Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James. Many of you already know me. Those of you who don't, I am a Twitch streamer. I like to stream philosophy streams. I do guided meditations, and I also have a master's in analytic philosophy, so I like to discuss philosophy as well. So, how is everyone doing tonight? It is April 11th. Yeah, it's a good day. How's everyone doing? Let's see who's here. Loka Samasta Sukinu Bhavantu. Hey, how's it going, friend? Good to see you. It looks like someone gave you a gift. Someone gave you an anonymous gifter gave you a gift subscription. That's great, awesome, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. How's everything going with you? And Christine the Bean is here. Hey, Christine, good to see you. What's going on with you? Christine, I've been meaning to ask you. Did your father get out of the hospital? How's he doing? How's his health? Let's see. Oh, JT Farms is here. It's JT Farms' birthday. Everyone wish JT Farms a happy birthday. I need to do something birthday related. Let me see. How about this one? And then I'll do this too. This will be good for JT Farms. Let's see if this all works. Yeah. There you go. Happy birthday, JT. I hope all is well with you. My channel, Shaman, is celebrating her 21st birthday. She's only 21 years old, so basically she's going to be going out to the bars tonight and having a few too many drinks because she's 21. 21-year-olds don't really know what they're doing. When it comes to alcohol, right? It's so good. What have you been up to? It's your birthday. What have you been doing today? Let's see. Today was kind of a good day for me. I got to do Bikram yoga at night, which is really good. Whenever I do a Bikram yoga class, I feel good. And then also I got to go for a walk in a forest preserve, and I worked. I taught some chess today. I actually started a new chess class today. It was pretty neat. We have a really good group of students. It's a pretty big class. There's 16 kids in the class, but it should be fine. It's all kindergartners and first graders. Can you imagine me teaching a classroom of kindergartners and first graders? It's so weird. It's like, oh my God, I guess I'm a kindergarten teacher. I kind of took a very strange route in becoming a kindergarten teacher. I started as a molecular bio, undergrad, and then psychology undergrad, and then went into philosophy, and now I'm teaching kindergarten. I guess that's the natural progression of things, right? That's the only way it could have been. At the end of the day, I'm going to be a kindergarten teacher, but yeah, that's just how it goes at this one school I'm teaching at. All right, let's get back to chat. JT say, "LO, yes, just 21." Yeah, I know, your 21st birthday. Wow, that's exciting. That's really exciting. I remember my 21st birthday. I actually went out with a bunch of lady friends. It was actually pretty awesome. A bunch of girls took me around the town, older women. I was in the more southern Illinois at the time, going to college, and it was wild. It was a fun time. I guess all my male friends were like had classes or something the next day, and all my female friends were like, "Hey, we'll take you out, Agni. Let's go party, party Southern Illinois style." All right, where are we at here? Yeah, big birthday wishes for JT. It's so good that we have such a good community that we're wishing her well on her birthday. I hope everything's going well with you. Let's see. Oh, JT, you said Mark took the day off. We had a nice lunch. Now he's asleep, and you have all your animals to yourself and get to spend this evening with you all. Wow, lucky you. I know it's true. We are, but the funny thing is, I know you're joking, but the funny thing is, we are lucky. Don't ever forget that. People like to do self-deprecating humor, but sometimes it leaves a little bit of residue. At the end of the day, we're all awesome people, and we are grateful to be here with you, Joy. So thank you. Yeah, everything's going good. Let's see, Christine the Bean, you said which town, Agni? Oh, I was talking about Peoria. That's where Bradley University is. That's where I went to my undergrad. But yeah, I don't know. Life's pretty good right now. What are we doing? Are we doing a meditation? Are we going to talk some more? Should I read the room, right, and just kind of see what everyone has to say? Luca Samasta Sukinu Bhavantu, what's going on with you? What's up with your life these days? By the way, where are you from? I don't know if I've ever asked you this. I don't know if I've ever asked you where you're from, and anything about you. I don't even think I know what personal pronoun you choose. Evelyn is here. Big shout out to Evelyn Yoga, amazing streamer here on Twitch in the fitness and health community. I actually got to check out one of her streams last night. Her yoga is on point. She knows her stuff so well. Evelyn, those wrist stretches that you gave me were pretty amazing. I really like the one where you put your hands on those blocks behind you and you kind of lift yourself up and push down through. And then the other one where you're just kind of sitting and you're pushing into the ground. You were using blocks for that one. I was just pushing into the ground. I think it's because you said like my arms are probably longer than yours or whatever. But it felt good. It felt really good. And then I complemented that with Bikram yoga today. And now my body feels like pretty strong actually. Like, you know how when you do yoga, sometimes you feel like you can just start like gripping like the wall better. Like I could just grab a brick wall and really like, you know, feel it and like have force going into it. I'm sorry, I know that's like a weird thing to say, but like yoga, anyone out there who's practiced yoga knows that you start getting like really strong in weird ways. It's like, why are my fingers so strong all of a sudden? Like, what's going on here? You know, like, why can I like push myself in this way with so much force? You know, it's like a little too much than like the normal person would be able to push themselves in that way. You know, there's all sorts of weird, like, I call them like yogic superpowers that you start developing on your journey, right? Oh, you're from Los Angeles. Okay, cool. Yeah, one of my good buddies. One of my best friends. She moved to LA and she's living there now. She's in programming. She's in the world of programming. So yeah, I talk to her every now and then. She actually streams on Twitch. It's pretty awesome. She's really good at fighting games, like especially like one-on-one fighting games. Like in my circle back in the day, I was one of the top Mortal Kombat players. But she is like light years better than me in Mortal Kombat, and so like she goes to like Combo Breaker and all those big game fighting conventions and like and competes. She can compete in those and actually like hold her own. So you know, big props out to her. I check her out whenever she's on Twitch. Let's see, where are we at here? Hey, Chad Guy's here. Good to see you, Chad Guy. How's life with you, man? It's been a while. I haven't been streaming as much, you know. I think this is the first time I've streamed in like 6 days. I want to get on a more regular schedule with it, and I promise you eventually I will. It's just right now things are kind of crazy. Everything's all up in the air. My life's been very fluid. So most of my life I lived a very structured, disciplined lifestyle, and I was very inflexible though. All right, so like I would say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And I would just make a plan of action, and I would just say, okay, nothing else matters. I am following this plan of action until it's complete, right? And then I would do it, and I'd get it done. But like maybe I'd miss out on things along the way because you know people like weird things happen in life. You know people start have parties, people do stuff, right? But if someone's like so focused on just doing something one way, sometimes they miss out on things, right? But at the same time, I was always the person to get all that shit done too. So I don't know. I think it kind of balances out at the end, but it's kind of interesting to think about. Whoa, Chad Guy, you're getting married. You just proposed to your long-term girlfriend. You've been together for 4 years, dude. Congrats, man. Dude, that is amazing. Hold on, dude. That's incredible. This is great news, dude. Let's do a boom command, and what's a good celebratory? We got like hearts and lotus flowers and cats, and we'll throw some Bob Ross in there. All right, let's check this out. Congrats, man. This is what I can do for you on stream, you know. This is my congratulations for you. That's awesome, dude. 4 years. Yeah, well, dude, good luck, man. That's amazing. I'm sure you have a lot of planning to do, right? Like, you know, where you're going to get married and all the details, but that's great news, dude. Congrats. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. All right, Chad actually planning on having a Roman, I can't even say that word, oresticate style of wedding. I don't even know what that means. Is that like one of the authentic old school Roman weddings, like where like, people are like dressed up like like Pilate and that crew, like or being Roman like Roman academics, like what kind of Roman wedding is that? I don't know. So okay, I don't know anything about. First of all, I don't know anything about weddings. I go to weddings, right? A lot of times I'm like the best man at a wedding, or like I'm a groomsman, and I do those responsibilities. But like I don't know anything about like decorating a wedding, or like you know, party planning or getting flowers and arrangements and all that. Like that stuff like is beyond me. I have no idea. But that sounds cool. I like the sound of it definitely. All right, I gotta drink some water. If I don't drink some water, you know, this could get weird. All right, so we got a good crew of people in here. Oh, Evelyn, you say you need a good hot yoga sweat out. Yeah, you know, I do too. That's why I go there. It's the ultimate detox. There's nothing better than Bikram yoga for sweating out any impurities in your system. You go in there, you know, you're like you work hard, you know, and like your whole body just purifies itself. You walk out of there feeling so clean and healthy. You shower, you feel amazing when you get out of there, right? That's one of the reasons I love the place so much. Let's see, where are we at here? Oh, like Fancy Roman. Awesome. Cool. Dude, that is great, man. Congrats. Expensive if you're the one paying though. Yeah, ancient Roman. Yeah, it can't those kind of weddings can be expensive, right? People do wild stuff though for their weddings. Like weddings people you know, for weddings people are willing to throw down. Like you'll see people be like, "Hey, I just spent like $100,000 on my wedding." And it's like, "Whoa, dude, you just spent 100 grand. That's intense." Like, you could put a nice down payment on a house with that 100 grand, right? It's always interesting what people choose to do, you know, for weddings. You know, so my parents took a very awesome approach. They did the minimalist route. So they were gonna have a big wedding, and then they're like, you know what? Why don't we just take all the money that we were gonna use for the wedding, and I believe it was from my father's grandmother, and let's just go traveling. We'll go backpacking in like South America and like Central America, and we'll just explore the world, you know. And they did that, and then they just had a real like small, you know, cheap wedding out here, you know, from an Indian guru that lived in their building actually in Chicago. And I think sometimes that's a cool way of going about it too, because then you got a bunch of money so you can spend on other things. But very few people go that route, you know. Let's see. Trying cakes tomorrow. Ooh, cool. Nice. Yeah, trying cakes for the wedding. That would be that's always a good day, right? It's like, oh, okay. Well, let's see. There's like 50 cakes we can choose from. Holy shit! All right, we'll try this one and this one, and next thing you know, it's like you've eaten like 8 pieces of cake, but it's like, hey, it's all for a good cause, right? JT, you say your dream wedding was City Hall, but Mark wanted to go all girly in Vegas and shit. You just wanted City Hall, yeah. Some people just like very like simplicity, right? Some people just like, you know, very simple, plain wedding. Just the agreement is done, and then you go off and live your lives. And some people want like a lot of, and a really intense ceremony. You know, they want to be like jumping out of like a plane, like while they're like doing their vows and stuff like that. It's like that's intense, right? And if you fuck that up, like I don't know if you get a second shot at that, right? you gotta be on point with those vows when you're like jumping from like 20,000 feet in the sky, right? Let's see where we're at here. Uh, Gee, Evelyn, you say, yeah, hot yoga feels like you're really wringing out your body and teeth. Exactly. And I liked when by the way, I also liked when you were talking about the spine in your class. You were saying, bodies were meant to move, right? Our spines were made to like twist, this way, our body and twist like, forward and backwards and all that, right? And, yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. Like if you look at animals, what do animals do? Animals stretch. Like if you watch like dogs and cats, they're outside stretching all the time, right? Stretching is natural. We're human beings are animals, right? We need to be out there stretching. We need to be stretching our bones and just kind of feeling good and letting our spine come in and out, right? These are important movements that humans evolved with, and we still have 99.9% of the original DNA that we had 100,000 years ago. So when we were evolving as creatures, we needed to move our spines. We had to go hunting, and we had to go foraging and like do all sorts of work and shit like that. So it's like if our spines were just sitting still all day, that's going to be terrible for our posture, right? We got to move, and yoga helps so much with that. Let's see. Christine Bean, you doubt you'll ever get married, but if you did, it would be very simple. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. And a lot of people, I always find it interesting how some people are so big into it and wanting like every detailed plan to like a T, and some people are like real laid back and just like whatever. One of my ex girlfriend's sister actually got married in a park. It was just like a really low key thing. They just rented out a pavilion in a park, and they just had a cookout, and they just got married in a park. They were like, well, fuck it, we're gonna just do it on the cheap. We'll get married in a park, and we'll use the money that we were gonna use for a wedding for a down payment on a house. And they just did that, right? So, but it's everyone's got their own style. It's interesting. And marriage has been around. Marriage is such a long custom. If you think about it, people have been marrying people forever, right? In one way or another, in one sense or another, marriage has definitely been around quite a long time. All right, where are we at here? Evelyn, you're saying the body wants to move. It hates being stagnant. It will punish you. Absolutely. That's so true. They say sitting is the new smoking, right? Sitting for long periods of time is totally unhealthy. It's not good for your body. Unfortunately, the human spine, the human body was made to be moving. We're supposed to be, running and walking and then lying down. Those are like the main states of our body. That's what we should be doing. We weren't made to sit for long periods of time. So when we sit for long periods of time, what happens is our lumbar spine gets compressed a little bit because the discs are all pushing down and your body's not positioned to handle it perfectly, right? So it's like you need to really get up and stretch out and do like some basic movements. It's like I don't even do a lot of complicated things. A lot of times I'll just like by the way, Hindi squat, what I'm doing right now, I don't know if you can tell, my hands are like this, and I'm going down and my elbows are like between my knees a bit. It's one of the best single yoga postures you can do. I remember hearing a famous yogi once say that if you could only do one yoga posture a day and to get the maximum benefit, you should do Hindi squat. It's such a good posture. It really feels good. It works so many different muscle groups, and if you're using correct form when you do that pose, your body feels it. You feel intense, you feel strong, you feel ready to go. All right, where are we at here? She did it. JT Farms did it. All right, she redeemed shirtless stream, 50,000 channel points. She redeemed it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We got the shirtless meditation going tonight. All right, I hope you're all ready for this. And JT, happy birthday again. I got your little buddy, your little gift that you sent me right here. And I do the same thing with my thumb that you were talking about. I rub it right in that one flat spot on this. All right, so this is it. So I always come out real intense. And I'm always like, hey, I got all these things to say. Here's some philosophy. Here's some morality. Here's some ethical decision making. Here's some just general knowledge about funny shit, right? And then we take all that intensity and we calm it down a bit. And we let go of things in the external world, drawing our attention back in to the internal world. Here, in this place, we go within and we remember our oneness with all of creation. So find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths on your own. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly lowering your belly. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count.
Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountaintop. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together, merging into one. And one cloud stretches apart, separating into two. The clouds move through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist for a while in conscious awareness, before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Focus on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. Returning your awareness to your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is shining radiantly as one once again. Inhale, filling your vessel with love and light. Exhale, releasing any toxicity from your body. Breathe in, filling your vessel with healing oxygen. Exhale, releasing all carbon dioxide from your body. Focus on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Experience the love that emanates from that location. Feeling the warmth surrounding your love. In this place, only monism exists. And opposites of any kind are impossible. Separation and division cannot enter this place. For what is eternally one can never be two. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Focus on your breath. On your next breath, travel down to your center point. The place at the utmost center point of your being. The place where only oneness exists. where eternal love flows endlessly from the source of all creation. Focus on your center point. And when you're ready, walk on through. I'll meet you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you remember your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Existing as an extension of the purest love itself. And sending that love outward in all directions. You are that perfect love. You are perfect peace. You are perfect joy. Changeless from the moment of creation. The only obstacle that remains from you realizing your own perfection is giving yourself permission to claim your inheritance. You were made of pure love, and you are eternal. It is only the perception that you are not pure love that puts you in space and time. Give that thought away, for it no longer benefits you. Go into the place of perfect monism at your center point. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Travel back down, deeper still, to the place of the utmost silence, directly at your center, from which all being comes into existence. Focus on that point. Stay focused on your center point. When thoughts arise in your mind, release them, returning your attention to your center. For this center point is your eternal home. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego that obscures your third eye sight. Focus on your breath. Stay focused on your breathing. Keeping your awareness on your breath count. You become one with your breath. Gently open your eyes, returning yourself to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me in this sacred space. I am truly honored and humbled to be here as your meditation guide. I'm the luckiest man in the world to be able to be here helping other people on their journey of meditation. So thank you so much for being here with me. All right, so that was the meditation. We have successfully completed it. It was a 32-minute meditation, which I think is great. I think 30 minutes, 32 minutes, that's a wonderful amount of time. It felt right. It felt right tonight. You know, sometimes on here we meditate for 20 minutes. Sometimes we meditate for an hour and a half or 2 hours, right? So like it's interesting, you know. It's interesting how because I don't have a timer. Most streamers who do meditation have timers on here, but I don't like being confined by that. If the energy feels right, if it feels like we're doing things in the right way, and that the energy's solid, and that everyone's into it and enjoying it, you know, I'll do longer meditations. And I don't want to have to you know, end a meditation right at the pivotal moment, right? All right, ooh, yeah, look at that. My beard is getting intense these days. I don't know. I might grow it down to my ankles. I think that would be kind of neat. Okay, and by the way, thank you so much for the follow, Sticky Pillow. Thank you, much appreciated, buddy. I hope all is well with you. Hey, by the way, everyone out there, I'm up to I think 291 follows. So I'm almost at that 300 mark, which is cool. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Supposedly 300 is a big number for a streamer. They always look at like 100, 200, 300, and then like 500, I guess. So I'm almost there. It's been about a year, so you know I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to guide you through this meditation. And those of you who just came in or who are wondering why I'm not wearing a shirt, it's all because of JT Farms. You see, it is her birthday, and she redeemed 50 fucking thousand channel points to see me shirtless. She's done this 2 other times. She saves up, and then when I least expect it, she redeems these channel points. So yeah, so that's why I'm shirtless today. I was wearing a shirt at the beginning of the stream. If you don't believe me, go check the VOD. Okay, now you're redeeming stretch. Oh man, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. You gotta stretch out a little bit every now and then, right? You know, your body was made to move. If you don't move around, if you just kind of sit all day, you're gonna get weak. You know, we need to use our bodies. We need to move in ways that feel right and are natural, and we need to not allow ourselves to just get sucked in to the television paradigm where we're just sitting on our asses not doing anything. We need to move. We're made to be creatures of action. We're not supposed to be just sitting around all day. All right, we've done it. We did it. We did the meditation. I did the stretch, JT. Happy birthday, my channel shaman. JT Farms, fellow fire poet. JT, one of these days you and I should make another poem together. That was fun. All right, time to raid someone. Let's see who's out there. It's been about an hour. All right, let's see who's out in the streaming world right now. Who do we got? Oh, okay, Mary Amber. Mary Amber's streaming. Oh, Kittens Kung Fu is here. Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How's it going, Kittens? I always get like riled up when Kittens comes in, man. Good to see you, dude. JT, it's her birthday. It's Joy's birthday, and she redeemed 50,000 channel points to see me topless, right? So like that's what's going on. I did a guided meditation, a topless guided meditation. And yeah, everyone seemed to enjoy it, right? It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world we live in, Kittens. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's kind of rare to see some dude on Twitch doing a guided meditation topless, right? It doesn't happen every day. In fact, I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone else doing it. So this is the 3rd one, Kittens. She's redeemed it 3 times. So like she keeps me on my toes. You know, I got to be careful about this JT Farm. She is a channel shaman, right? You got to be, you know, you have to have a certain level of admiration and respect for her, but then at the same time, you got to be a little cautious because you never know. You never know when she's gonna pull something, right? uh, let's see. Dude, yeah, I know. Kittens is amazing. First, want to wish you a happy birthday this morning. He is the best, dude. Kittens is one of the most thoughtful people I know. My Chi-Town brother. Those of you who don't know Kittens, he's a streamer here on Twitch in the fitness and health community. Super awesome, authentic, genuine dude. I was actually talking about you the other day, Kittens. I was like, dude, you're like amazing. You're like an incredible fighter and everything, and like yeah, you're like the nicest dude. You're like sitting there playing with your cat, but you could like kick anyone's ass. It's like it's pretty amazing just to see what you do and like how you keep it real, man. You're yourself. You're a real person. You're not trying to put on some false image. You go out there. You show what you know. You teach qigong. You teach the internal energy arts. You're an amazing personal trainer. You can do like you're amazing with martial arts. You have all these amazing skills, and then at the same time, you're a kind, compassionate human being. You show that like tough dudes don't need to be out there being cruel and harsh on the world, right? You can be a strong male, but at the same time, still love your cat, right? Like I have Parmenides. I have Parmenides back over there, and I'm going to be petting with her and playing with her tonight, right? And it's like, people need to understand that that's perfectly, perfectly fine, right? This world is a weird place, kittens. All right, where are we at here in chat? Um, yeah, so I think that's about it. I think that's about everything that's going on. Um, hmm, okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, it's time to rate. That was rather anticlimactic, right? I was like so excited. I was talking about kids, dropping a follow and everything, and then I'm like, I got like fucking lost in like chat, and then I was like, okay, well that's it. All right, we're done. I think we're gonna raid. Kittens, do you have a recommendation, or does anyone have a recommendation? Otherwise, we are going to raid Mary Amber. And Mary Amber's awesome, by the way. She's a musician from Australia who does she does some amazing music and comedy, and so and she supports mental health awareness. I mean, how could you not like this person, right? All right, okay, we're gonna rate Mary Amber. Mary Amber. I've rated her a lot lately, but I guess that's fine. I believe in what she does, So like we're gonna rate her. Send her a lot of love and peace and joy her way, and yeah, I'll see you there. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. Namaste to everyone out there.